Let's watch Kickstarter's worst products from Peppa Meat. This is Meat Canyon. I actually never reacted to his animations, which I suppose will be the next step. It's crazy I'm reacting to his other channel first. But let's go. Kickstarter's worst product.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat Channel.
You haven't seen him? I think I've seen like 1 or 2 of the very old ones, but I've never reacted to them on the channel.
How you doing? How you doing?
Yes,
Today we're going to be talking about Kickstarter. Crowdfunding websites have been prevalent for years now. Many nonprofits, startups, and even lone individuals have turned to them for help making their creative dreams a reality. Hell, I know I did.
I supported one Kickstarter for Fluxpose VR, and I hope I'm not gonna get scammed. You know?
6 years ago now, I did a Kickstarter, made a show. Not sure if anyone remembers it, but it was a show nonetheless. And we did it, and we hit the goals. And I found out that that was not that's not a normal thing. A lot of Kickstarters don't usually go that way. Which luckily I didn't ask for. I feel like a whole hell of I should have asked for way more. Which also, hindsight, making an animated show is way more expensive.
His mic arm is so beautiful. The yellow mic with the pink.
Asked for. I digress. Now, just about anyone can have an idea and see it realized without having to have an abundance of capital or influence.
What the fuck is
so
that?
As long as you fit your campaign into Kickstarter's guidelines, you're good to go. There was a period of time too, back in like the early 2010s maybe, there was like an overabundance of people doing it as like a get-rich-quick scheme. I feel like now it's become a legitimate way of, God, dude, self-published books? Unbelievable. Board.
Wait, what was that? Sorry, if you want.
It's become a legitimate way of, God, dude, self-published books?
Sorry, my eyes just locked into the second one. I didn't even notice the first and the last. My eyes just locked into here. Okay, I'm sorry for some reason. I don't know why.
Unbelievable. Board games. Holy hell.
Oh,
Comics
damn.
and books and that kind of stuff. Oh my God. The Kickstarter is like the best. Whether it's a piece of luggage, a new piece of technology, or a video game, many people have built entire franchises that have started.
Oh my God.
A new piece of technology or a video.
I've heard that it's completely different. Holy shit. Holy shit. I've read that title completely differently. I was like, oh my God.
Game. Many people have built entire franchises that have started out on a Kickstarter page. Indie games like Shovel Knight raised over $300,000 in 2019.
Wait, I heard of Shovel Knight.
That has now evolved into an entire series. Which, if you think about it, $300,000. You know, I think for a lot of people, I mean, it is a lot of money. But goddamn, I mean, so many games, it's like 20 million. You know, I mean, I got 300K and be able to make that is pretty impressive. Even just this year, games like Gundos are soaring over their Kickstarter goals, showing just how much people are willing to open their wallets to a project that they believe.
Yeah, again, I hope the thing I followed on Kickstarter will work out because it seemed really promising.
Not all projects go smoothly, however. You may have heard of infamous campaigns like the Coolest Cooler, which raised a staggering $13 million, only to fully shut down years later after a litany of poor management decisions.
What's the Coolest Cooler?
That's kind of where you get into. Also, too, that's kind of a double-edged sword sometimes. You reach a goal, and if it goes way over, you're like, I have no idea how to scale this. And then you become an entrepreneur versus a guy who's like, it was a pretty cool cooler. Put a speaker in the cooler. It's pretty sweet. With people's
is that it? Just had a speaker?
Being the focal point, you probably aren't surprised that there are all sorts of stories in which people take advantage of it. So today we're going to look at the wild world of Kickstarter, from product failures to full-on scams, and even
let's go.
A couple of mental breakdowns. For the very few Kickstarters that are actually practical, there are thousands of ridiculous projects that either fix a niche problem or do like nothing. They don't do a single thing.
You know the ones where it's like a bracelet or a stone? It's like, this regulates your mood. Just rub this stone and you will instantly feel your stress decrease.
The licky brush, for example, is a piece of rubber shaped like a tongue that you put in your mouth so you can lick your own cat.
Yeah, the licky brush.
Like, why would you want to do that?
It's a novelty product.
So that you can beat a cat.
Yeah, but what's the novelty? Like, the issue is not grooming your cat, but it's the idea of like, even if it's protected by mouth, do I want to lick my cat? It's for people that are like is it role play stuff?
It's like, I want to show my cat how it feels when he licks me. So you put the thing in your tongue.
Nah, I can't hate on this one. I would use it if I had it, bro. I can't hate on it, bro.
Pretend to lick him, and it's cute. You guys bond over it.
You like that, Samuel? The project received over 2,000 backers and raised $52,000, and it even appeared on Shark Tank. What did they say on that? What did Mark Cuban say about that? If that not get
That has to be king. I don't think so. I think you forget that people just like cute, goofy things sometimes. Especially normies will see something silly and be like, oh my god, I'm licking my cat just like the cat licks itself. Oh my god.
out of that deal. I want to know what happened.
But 300K.
Like, look at this lady. You think she's a freak in the sheets, or you think it's a millennial lady that thought, oh, what if I were to lick the cat the way it does?
And for those reasons, I'm out.
There's also Jellowware, which are disposable cups you are supposed to eat instead of throwing away. And the creators came up with this idea after entering a Jello mold competition. In total, Jellowware had 229 backers and raised over $10,000.
Actually, I'm not. I think I like that.
Jellowware in like a bowl of mac and cheese doesn't make sense to me. You know, if it's supposed to be like a bowl, I mean, I guess with a drink, but even then it's like,
Does it get
Jelloware. Yeah, it would get sticky. How would it not? You're holding it, you know? This message is sponsored by Raycon. Spring is here, which means it's time to refresh.
I had
your routine and
Raycons
spend more
once.
time outside, whether you're on your daily walk,
They
running
were
errands,
good.
or just soaking in the sun, baby. These are open earbuds that let you stay connected to your surroundings while enjoying your delivery. Also,
What the? What
because
happened?
you know they have sentience to do that. The fish RC car controlled
Did
by
YouTube put a new automatic thing? What?
Then there's also Fish on Wheels, and it's a sponsor of
Wait,
Raycon.com/PapaMeat open.
The
You get
video just
20% off.
automatically skipped itself.
Thank you so much to Raycon for sponsoring this video, and hey, let's get back to the video. Then there's also Fish on Wheels, and it's a fish tank on a low-powered RC car controlled by the
So
fish
he can
inside.
move.
Because you know they have sentience to do
Wait,
that.
that's
the fish tank had
cinema.
a camera that looked down inside the tank, so to pinpoint the fish's position and control.
No, actually, no. Now that I see in action, that's horrible. That must be so horrible for the fish. The fish is probably so confused. Because the fish is just swimming wherever it wants, and then everything in its world is moving. And it's like, what the hell? So then it moves more.
The vehicle. The developers initially wanted $70,000 and only raised about $6,000 before the project ultimately failed. This was probably because the tank couldn't be filled too high. Otherwise, the frequent jerking movements caused by the fish panicking inside would spill
The
water
poor
all over your
fish.
floor. I like how it's like
That's a torture
it would
cube.
spill water all over your floor. That's the biggest people's concern. It isn't that the fish inside's being jerked around. It's probably gonna fucking die as well.
I saw a video, something similar. But
Oh,
they put a
snake
snake
eggs!
in
Okay, but they don't need that. That's like the point of them, that they don't need that.
legs. It's like in a tube and it can walk around.
I feel like you would hate that. That goes against everything that it knows, right? Why would you need that? Another failed project is Paul, the sexiest
Huh?
smartphone charger on the planet,
What?
which is just a foam bust of a man's body with the phone charger at his penis.
What the why? But like, why? Like, some of you who are guys might look at this and think, well, this is so fucked up. Maybe I'm a man, that's why I don't see the appeal. I'm here to tell you, I'm a woman. There's no appeal. Okay, there's just, you know, like, you're thinking, maybe it's a thing only women can see the appeal of. No, there's no appeal here. What? Like, maybe for one person, yes, but not enough to be a mainstream product.
And a wall charger coming out of his asshole.
What?
The creator was seeking $8,000 in funding, but received only a little over $2,000 with a total of 12
She received 2,000? That's still too much.
supporters, which I will say is still
Why a phone charger specifically? At that point, just put a dick on him and sell him as a dildo. You'll make more sales. What the
a
hell?
lot. I like how it's just like, we're gonna give you half a mannequin, and you can like, I guess you could fuck this if you want, or you can like finger his asshole. Some people are like, all right, fine, dude. I mean, $2,000 for this thing, is that right? I don't know. There's also the thinking egg, which had 4 versions, each raising well over
thinking
$200,000. So we
egg?
could say almost about $1 million.
Is this one of those where it's like you rub it and it tells you your mood?
$1,000,000 in total. It's literally just a wooden or like metal egg that you're meant to fidget with while you're working at home. It's like it's literally just like a stress. It's not.
I
even
have
a
blue
stress
tack
ball. It's
for
just- you're
that.
supposed to just like,
Oh, it's like those orbs.
yeah, but they don't look as cool. Those orbs are like. Functionally, there is no difference between the versions except the material they're made of. And on their official website, they charge $17 per egg. You can just go to the store. You can go to the store, play around with the regular egg, and then you get to eat it.
You can just buy. You can just grab whatever. I have a headphones case, like a AirPods, fake AirPods case. It's the same thing.
It's like, just to be honest, I mean, like, if you're talking practicality
Just
and
fiddle
stuff,
with
if you're like, well,
something.
I mean, the convenience of it, I'm like, you can just get a carton of eggs. How often would you play with the egg? And at
Pick
that
a
point,
rock
you know,
from the
you
beach,
get, like,
yeah.
You can get anything. You can get an orange, you peel it and eat it. Like, oh, my fat ass is just like, can you even eat the egg? Can't eat the egg. Get a chocolate egg. Eat the chocolate egg. Yeah, a little Kinder egg with the cream in it. I never liked that Kinder eggs, I'm being honest. Yeah, the cream is not.
I like the ones, the other ones. The ones with the spoon I like.
It doesn't burn my mouth, but it like, I don't know. It's like so, it makes me so thirsty. You know what the ones I didn't like was the chocolate oranges.
Oh, same.
The peels.
Nah.
It that good, did it? Was this just, are we just talking?
Chocolate is offensively sweet. It's just Kinder chocolate. Kinder chocolate is good. What the hell? I will not accept this travesty.
Creators can get inspiration from literally anywhere, like the creators of the Grilled Cheeses Grilled Cheese Press, who came up with their idea
Is that the rising sun?
after watching an episode of their favorite show, Glee, titled Grilled Cheeses, which clearly many thought the concept was amazing because the Kickstarter was able to reach its
Oh my god, wait, no, it's Jesus. Wait, it's Jesus. Sorry. I missaw that.
$5,000 funding goal. This is something my grandma would like, I feel like.
Yeah, it's, I see this. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. It's kind of funny.
Well, now you can trick old people. Mom, look.
I think that, yeah, see, that's the thing, is people probably got it as a practical joke, trick their grandmother and be like, huh. They probably wouldn't even eat it. There have been thousands of ridiculous products on Kickstarter, but many don't compare to the NoPhone. Nearly 1,000 people paid a total of $18,000 for a 3D printed rectangle.
What? How much did they pay? 18,000 total? Oh my god. Wow, you're so hipster. Oh my god, get it? Cause it's like a NoPhone. You're so hipster.
To combat cell phone addiction, they created a pretend phone to act as a surrogate to any smart mobile.
Yeah, but that's not how it works. Like, the reason why I pick up my phone is not so I can hold a rectangle in my hand. It's so I can look at stuff. If I didn't have a phone, you know what I would do? I wouldn't go to the nearest rectangle that fits my hand. I would go to my fucking computer, bro. I would go to my computer. It's not like smoking, where the act of actually smoking with your mouth is part of it, which is why some people like can't even quit through nicotine pouches. It's not like that, you know. It's like if I don't have the rectangle to hold in my hand, I would just go to my computer.
Device. You can clutch your comfort without having to actually use it, which just sounds so pathetic, doesn't it?
Apparently,
I'd use it in a thief decoy. Does anyone even steal smartphones anymore? Bro, let's be for real. Does anyone even steal smartphones? I swear. I swear, bro.
There's a study that shows that 3 days without your cell phone has similar effects to cocaine withdrawal.
I can see that. I can see that. Low-key, I can see that. If I had to go 3 days, not just without my phone, but without like any type of internet, I can low-key see that. Because I have nothing to do. Like, I mean, maybe someone who's super social has a billion friends wouldn't even feel it. But like, I have nothing. Like, I live on my phone and the internet is streaming is how I live.
I'll leave it to. You know what? Maybe, I guess, you know what? Maybe I'm knocking the rectangle too quick. I mean, like, it's like a thing of non-alcoholic beer, so you can still have the simulation, or like the, you know, the I don't know, the normality of drinking when you're trying to get sober. One upgrade consists of a stick-on mirror so you can take selfies. Though it was fully supported, many of the comments were disappointed,
so
saying
dumb.
they either never received.
Oh my god! Imagine making a fucking scammy-ass 3D print product and not even shipping it, bro. I got the NoPhone. It is extremely bad quality and doesn't even have any weight. Feels nothing like a phone. Extremely disappointing. Even if it's a paperweight gag gift for the price we paid, it should be better.
Product or their mirror came scratched. Oh, come on. Are you fucking kidding me? My mirror.
How do you mess this up?
In 2014, the Air Umbrella was advertised as a
I know about the Air Umbrella.
compact and lightweight alternative to the traditional umbrella. Instead of deploying a fabric material to protect you from the rain, it would instead blast a circular stream of air that would keep you dry without taking as much space.
Of course.
Does that mean it's just like above you?
Yeah, so like the rain comes with like.
At that point too, I mean, like, Is an umbrella that invasive?
How loud is that?
I mean, to make it an actual dome, it would have to be insane. It would be insanely loud.
It would be
right?
so
The design
loud.
wasn't without flaws, however, no. The battery life only be between 15 to 30 minutes. But one could assume that the water being pushed away from you would just be fired onto everything.
You were just like, people would walk next to you and just hear.
AKA the people all around you, or I mean, everything's getting wet beside you. And as it turns out, these initial problems were far too difficult to rectify. Fears of it doing harm to customers led to them
Bro
being
just had an idea, but no engineering knowledge.
unable to release the product. They would issue an apology and attempt to refund their supporters, but delays in doing so would cause a tidal wave of furious backers, labeling them as scammers. And we'll try to get there. I'm not doing it.
Wasn't there like a thing with the commenter and these comments of the umbrella that just wouldn't move on? I was like, I want my umbrella. Or am I confusing it with another Kickstarter? Because I remember a video like this about a guy who for years and years kept commenting, like they kept offering him refunds, and he was like, I don't want the refund. I want my air umbrella.
Assuming people will just forget. It's been 10 years.
I mean, come on. Yeah. 100 grand. I mean, there's got to be some crazy backers in there.
With all of these, there's like, like $10,000 reward tiers.
I have a feeling it was like in a metal tube. Like the thing's gonna lodge into your neck. Some Kickstarters can feel downright pointless.
What the
For
fuck is
example,
this?
a Kickstarter campaign titled "We Demand Peace in the World Now" details the development of a smartphone app that will bring everyone together. Basically, people would download the free app to show that they demand peace in the world. And according to them, the app would feature their song "We Demand Peace in the World Now" and a video of Peace Flash Mob, which honestly I think could do nothing but spread more hate. More vitriol. If I saw that video,
Dude, imagine the trolling that would happen on that app, bro. Imagine the hackers. Imagine how many horrible things would get posted there and hijacked.
I'd be like, I think the world's in a pretty fucking good place.
Yeah, remember
If this
the
is what peace is,
portal.
I don't want that.
The closest thing we have to world peace is the QSMP, guys. It's time to face it.
That's what peace in the world is. No, thank you. Their goal is to have people around the world memorize this dance as well as the lyrics to the song, so they can start organizing their own flash mobs to spread the idea of peace.
That
Their
dance
ultimate
is
goal
so
is to convince
bad.
people to all do this song and dance one Saturday a month for at least a year in cities all across the world. This way, they can tell their government that they will not tolerate any of the wars, and the fighting and killing must stop now. Despite their best efforts, only 18 people backed the project out of the
But those 18 people paid, man. $2,000 from 18 people, man. Those 18 people weren't fooling around. They were like, yes, I want to save the world.
$30,000 they wanted for this app. Only about $2,300 was raised, which also begs the question as well, Nick. Instead of it being an app, couldn't this just be a YouTube video that you hope goes viral?
Yeah.
Make money on it that way.
Exactly. How am I going to make the ad money from the app?
Make the ad money on the app, and then also, yeah, is it really a movement if people don't have it downloaded on their phone? That kind of stuff. I mean, think about how bad flash mobs already were.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
Who wanted that? Whoever saw a video and they're like, okay.
As a European, the concept of a flash mob perturbs me deeply. I just cannot imagine a social situation within it in which it is acceptable for people to randomly dance on the street. It's just not something we fathom over here.
People don't realize this, but we're about ready to transform this busy square into a dance party.
Well, it's because of High School Musical, I bet. Like,
What?
they saw High School Musical was so popular, so it's just like, let's just bust out and song and dance.
Did High School Musical
in the middle
create flash mobs?
When you're in high school, did you guys film a flash mob for your senior?
We didn't do a flash mob, but it was one of those fucking videos that was like, it's like a person starting in a room and it's like a camera following them and they're like, you're singing a song to it. And they go to every room and people are like singing the song and like dancing and stuff. It's so fucking cringe. But everyone did it. I don't know what the fuck was. I guess that's kind of a flash mob.
Oh yeah, I thought that's what flash mob was, but
Flash mob is like you're having a cup of coffee in like at a town square. And all of a sudden all the business people walk around, stop, and they just start dancing.
Yeah, why are they talking about
Like that's
as
a
if
flash
this is a
mob. It's mob
relatable
of people
thing?
doing that. To me, a flash mob is like you kind of spring it on random people that don't know what the fuck's going on. All I know is in my school they
That's
did.
never happened in my
it's a
life. I've never
Bon Jovi
seen this in
song,
my
but
life.
It's my life, and it's now.
Well, it's
on
not
and
my
on.
life.
I think we did Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine.
How's that one go?
The dog days are done. Something like
Wow, beautiful voice,
Of
man.
course. That's the dog days, dog. In 2013, Doug Evans created an exciting product called Juicero.
Oh,
that drew
I
a total
noticed
of
Juicero.
$120 million investments for Juicero.
It's
All right.
literally a thing that just squeezes a pack of juice.
Their main product, the Juicero press, was essentially a fancy juicing machine.
I thought it was Juicero.
The catch is that the machine was only designed to work with Juicero's own branded product packs, which were fairly expensive for what they contained. Customers would pay for a subscription
literally
fee of
just
$35 a
squeezes
week
the pack.
to regularly obtain these produce packs. $35 a week? The machine itself was overly complicated, requiring a Wi-Fi connection at all times to operate it, and each packet contained a QR code, which needed to be scanned by the machine
so
to confirm
horrible.
that it was both an official
Is this an
Juicero
Apple
brand
product?
packet that wasn't expired. Which also, what kind of fucking Apple bullshit is that? You have to have Juicero packs. You can't throw
It's
a
not even
goddamn-
an actual juice, exactly. It's a pack squeezer. It's a pack squeezer with a Wi-Fi connection.
orange in the thing and it'll work. Also, is this like a juicer for spacemen? A pack of goods?
Their whole thing was like, it's freshly squeezed, but it's in a bag. And all the machine does is just squeeze the bag.
So it's already a bag of juice.
So
Yes.
You can literally just take the bag.
Can you just, yeah, I was like, can you just go, Juicero, go!
That's so stupid. I can't believe that's
Orange
real.
juice. At launch, the product cost a whopping $700. While the product was doing all right during its initial launch, they were still losing money due to the high cost
What do you
of
mean it was
producing
doing
it.
all right?
What is this machine made out of, dude? It's made of gold. All the wiring is gold. Things took a turn for the worst, however. No. When Bloomberg exposed them by revealing that the juicer itself was not necessary to consume the drink.
You can literally just squeeze it with your hands?
Who thought that you needed the... I mean, it's a bag of juice. Cut a hole in it and put a straw in the bag. You got juice on the go. The company shut down
That's
entirely
so
by September of
dumb.
2017 and was mocked every step of the way. That has to be the worst product I've heard so far.
Yeah, that
There's
is
gotta
so
be worse, but
bad.
I'm just saying. In terms of like non-harmful, stupid waste of technology, that's got to be it.
I
Some
can't
Kickstarter
believe it's
creators
real.
simply aren't equipped to handle the pushback that a poorly run campaign brings from their backers, like the creator of Pictures for Sad Children. John Campbell produced a webcomic of the same name and
Are you feeling? I don't know. I'm not sure what I was trying to do.
2007, which focused on dark and absurd.
This is your captain speaking. We're going down. If you want to see this happen from the cockpit, come down. Come here. Sorry. This will make whoever has to analyze the crash feel strange. We're gonna be corpses. Might as well be a ridiculous-looking corpse. Heh. Heh.
humor that people really seem to connect with. The success prompted a Kickstarter campaign in 2012 that would raise money to produce physical copies of the comic. The $8,000 goal was exceeded, hitting over $50,000. Instead of this ending as yet another Kickstarter success story from a young artist, future updates to the campaign took a strange turn. John would post a lengthy post about their withering emotional state, treating the update tab on the campaign as more of a venting space. It turns out that the pressure was too much, and John would express their anger by posting a video update titled, "It's over." In
What?
it, the text reads 127 emails about this book. The video then shows 127 books being burned in a bonfire over ominous music. John reveals
What
that the
the
last 25% of the books will not be shipped and refunds will not be processed before threatening to burn one
What the fuck is bro's problem? What?
book for every future message received about it. Along with the video came a novel-sized post that went from long
When I was young, my parents did some screaming at each other. As I came into consciousness, I learned that some of the screaming was about money. Once after a long period of debt, my family broke even, and then my mom ran up $1,100 or $11,000 on credit cards until my dad noticed and got upset. I was young enough that I only remembered the number 11 was involved. I did understand them that the debt is a kind of privilege, and a large part of humanity aren't allowed access to money they didn't have.
personal stories to criticisms of capitalism. One quote reads, "If you would like a refund, please contact a fan of my work directly for your money. This is where the money would come from anyway. I am cutting out the middle."
What the fuck?
For the most part, John erased all social media as well as the original webcomic archives. People still
I never
speculate
heard
about
of
what
these.
had happened in the first place, with many assuming it was related to intense drug use or simply untreated mental health problems. Which, here's the thing. If this was like, which I don't know if this is the case, if this was a Tumblr artist, does it not make sense that your update page would read the same? Granted, I think if you have something where somebody's paid for it, you gotta fulfill the obligation. Even if you are super late, I think that as long as you're like, I'm getting to it, this was way more than I expected, I'm having a hard time with it. I think if
I guess he was like doing it and like it was slower than he expected. And then a lot of people emailed him. And then he had an absolute crash. I was like, fuck this, fuck all of you, burn all of it. I don't care. You're not getting your money back. Fuck you. That's it. GG's. What the hell?
transparent, honest, people will be mad, but I think it's like, I'm trying my best to do it, and you're trying to be honest with it. Going on a hate campaign and burning books because you're like, I don't know, upset with other...
Zanta! Thank you so much for the sub. Hello. Thank you for the sub. Welcome.
people. No bueno. There's a lot of times I've seen, like, I have a bunch of comic book buddies, like my buddy Jim Mahfood. He just did an amazing, like, Batman parody. That was just all like, it's like a savage Batman book. Put it up here. It was really good. He had a successful campaign and stuff. But he asked other Kickstarter people being like, what's the best way to go about this? You know, other comic book people. I mean, like, I would just reach out to other people that have done that campaign. Also, you're human, dude. Mistakes happen. Once again, shout out Jim Mahfood and also Jake. What up, both of them? Two awesome comic book artists and also my buddy Baltimore. I have too many comic book friends. But I've known these people for a while, and I love all of them. Baltimore, there's his art. It's very good. His comics are very good. Jake, he just loves my storyboard art, but also he's an amazing comic artist. And Jim, there you go. Watch out for their Kickstarters. Maybe they have one. I feel like a lot of the Kickstarters, it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? Outdoors for Everyone project was a failed Kickstarter created by David Mills.
What am I
His goal
looking
was
at?
to allow old, disabled, or underprivileged people to enjoy beautiful nature settings they could...
Okay. Is this like a screen situation or is this a big picture situation?
could never visit. Not by taking them there, but by creating gigantic, high-quality prints they could look at.
Okay, it's a picture.
It's
a picture
pretty silly,
situation.
but I can see that being like a noble cause. You'll never go there. Don't even...
Where is this, Romania?
You look at that.
That's so Romanian looking.
Right? You'll never be there, but this is kind of like it.
No, I think I've been here, man. I think I've been here specifically.
These photos, which they refer to as big, awesome photos, would be displayed as an hour-long slideshow presentation. Oh, how insulting is that? When it was made clear that the...
So it wouldn't be like a background thing. It would be a slideshow presentation, as in like you sit there and look at the picture for an hour and then it's gone. I thought it was gonna be a thing of like, oh, you can put this in the background and then just have the walls be a bit more cheerful. But it's a thing where they come in, they bring the picture, they're like, look at this. And you sit there, look at it for an hour, and then they take it? What the fuck?
Crew would have to travel to all of these nature spots and national parks themselves to take the photos. People started to claim that this was all an elaborate play for them to fund a nationwide vacation, which does sound more likely. I will say this. There are things called translights, and there are like backdrops to shows. These, I mean, just to print, I don't know, like a 20-foot wide one, they could cost like 30 grand. So then if
what the hell? Really? It costs that much to print a picture?
And that's a high quality print that's like...
Yes! Wait, what? What the hell?
You know, I would say it's like, it's not paper, it's actual fabric that's gonna last, you know, it looks good from a distance, all that kind of stuff, right? That you'll see in a show. $185,000 does sound like it's just like, this is for me and my boys to go take the photos for like a year. We can all take off our jobs for a year, we can get paid, we're not losing any revenue, right? Because if you're doing that and you're selling it to a person, what person's gonna wanna pay like 30 grand for which is a giant photo. If you're trying to emulate it being like, oh, I'm looking out into a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a frame picture.
So I guess that's what they're doing it on a rent basis, where they bring it in for an hour.
More of like a virtual reality thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, get a VR headset.
Which even then, it's like,
Oh, I want one of those things so bad. These walking things. Oh, God. How expensive are these? Guys, Kickstarter for me to get one of these.
Headset or whatever. And just be like, Holy shit. The project would only receive $1,453, and Kickstarter
Six
soon suspended the
supporters.
projects so backers would not be charged. People saw through that so clearly. I do like the angle, though, of people, you know 100% him and his boys were like, well, people are going to know that we're just like going around. It's like a vacation. Not if we tell them it's for disabled people. Not if we tell them it's for old and sick people. Among the many project genres Kickstarter offers, games are probably among the most, if not the most popular on the entire platform. In 2017, a new MMO project called Ash of Creation was launched, and over the last decade, it has raised over $3 million while in development. However, at the beginning of the year, the creative director and co-founder, Stephen Sheriff, stepped down from his position due to the ethical conflicts with the board of directors. This led most of the staff to leave, and the entire project was scrapped, including the Steam page, which had already been selling an early access version. Since thousands of people had already purchased early access to the game, Steam had begun issuing refunds to anyone who bought it. And for those who were still in the company, the board laid off the
Wait, so
remaining
this is like a
staff
real game that almost got half developed, but then because they had some disagreements, it got scrapped?
to close the studio. Many former employees later said they never received the final paycheck and sued for unpaid wages.
This was like a big one.
Damn.
My buddies actually paid full price for it, and then it was only up for a month.
No shit, Ashes of Creation?
I think they're doing one last like pump and dump. Basically, they're like, let's release this in early access, get as many people to buy,
And then just bail.
and then bail. And then Steam actually locked their funds, so they could not pull them out.
Damn.
That's bullshit.
Good on
There's so many
Steam.
different kinds of these games where I feel like it's released for a day. Well, are you talking about the one that was like released for a day and they just shut it down entirely? I forgot what its name is. I'm not good with video game names, but I feel like there's a ton of them that do this. kind of
Yeah.
shit. Also, I want to say $3 million over the course of 10 years. It's not a lot. They had to have probably some other kind of backing that they didn't tell people about.
They had private investors come in.
So that's probably why they also dumped it, because those private investors probably came in there like, we're going to fucking kill you unless you give us money. Mythic, the Story of Gods, was announced in early April of 2012 as a mythology-based RPG. The company behind the game boasted that it had ex-Blizzard employees and even Disney and Pixar employees working on animations. It didn't take long for the game to gain traction and raise close to $5,000 toward its $80,000 goal. However, some people
Why
felt
is all the
something
footage like 3
was
pixels?
off. Yeah. A video game, first off, $5,000 is, I mean, is that gaining traction? I guess. But then also $80,000 to make an MMORPG?
Definitely
Word?
scam. That is, or
No.
it's like a little kid, like he made the Kickstarter.
After doing a little digging, people found that the entire campaign was a mix of other games, projects, and businesses. For starters, the art of the game was stolen from other games, and the pictures of the company's office were real photos taken from random design companies.
Wait, that's
Furthermore,
crazy.
all
They
of the
faked an
reward tiers
office?
on the Kickstarter page were just copied from other projects. It didn't take long for news outlets to pick up the story and spread the word about the scam. Not even a month after it was announced, the Kickstarter was canceled, and the scammers disappeared. Thankfully, no backers ever lost any money since the project didn't reach its goal.
Okay, that's good.
Molly Frederick had begun to create a high sci-fi board game called Catalia.
Metallica.
Metallica.
Which focused on, quote, the experience of living as a member of the stellar consciousness of the galaxy. Like some Evangelion ending, like end of series shit. According to her, it's a cross between
Oh,
Risk and Magic
Jesus
the Gathering.
Christ.
Ah.
Why are all the cars just different sprites of an energy orb, man?
Oh, now you're speaking my language. A decent-sized audience of interested people easily hit the goal of $7,500, which allowed Molly to regularly post updates and stay ahead of schedule. When the product was ready to be shipped out, delays started to frustrate people who would go on to critique her in the comments of the campaign. Things all changed one day when Molly
She's gonna film herself burning all the ones that she made.
started posting weird updates to explain why things were being delayed. Apparently, it no longer had to do with just printing issues, because she was now being harassed by celestial mass claiming... What? She was now being harassed by a celestial mass claiming to be the sun.
Just wanted to contact everyone and let you all know what's going on. It seems like the spiritual collaboration I'm working with was able to work out an understanding with the military and some other various groups over the last few weeks. And things are feeling very positive for the future. All the paper supplies are still saved in the climate control storage while I'm saving up some money to purchase ink for printing with a different printer that I budgeted
She
for.
was now being...
Ever since about December, I've been harassed by a voice that is claiming to be the sun. And it's been attacking me and harassing me almost every hour of the day. This is the best way I can explain what I'm going through. If anyone has any advice or can offer help with this problem, it wasn't really what I was hoping for, and it was very much not what I was told making this game was going to be like last year when I started working on it. Voices. The Sun doesn't want you to publish Catalia because he wants to be almost exactly like Catalia, but it kept all a secret. If you publish your game, it's going to let people in on too many secrets.
Being harassed by a celestial mask claiming to be the sun. I mean, do you just see that Kickstarter post and you're like, awesome? Like when it comes to this, of like, I'm actually, I mean, it's heartbreaking. I'm paraphrasing this because what I want to say is I would see that and be like, no way, mental breakdown, sick. Even though I know it's wrong, but I'm just saying, if you saw the update, you're like, oh, cool, update. Huh. Not only was she being harassed,
I feel like there were signs because I read that previous post that he didn't read where she was like implying that the reason why she made this game was because she was told by a higher being. So I assume the whole campaign went this way, where she probably the whole time she said, "This is a game about real stuff from space. I've been told about this from a higher being." It's probably something she had a dream about.
by the sun all day, it was urging her not to release the board game for fear that it would reveal too many cosmic secrets. She also claimed that the U.S. Navy was watching her because her board game referenced experimental plasma technology. A little bit of gang stalking in there too. I love that. I love that cosmic horror with just a dash of gang stalking. Many of the people in the comments were being supportive.
Relax. Wait.
With just a dash.
That's what I mean.
Gang
I think the people who backed it like actually believed her too.
stalking. Many of the
Relax, ignore the sun, take your time, I can wait. Be yourself, enjoy, don't stress over the wonders of creation. Peace.
Many of the people in the comments were being supportive. What?
I'm telling you, there's a whole subsect of people, especially on TikTok. There's people that believe they can shift realities when they sleep. You know? So I'm not surprised that people who kickstarted this genuinely believe that she was told by a higher power to make this game and everything in it is real, and that's why they backed it.
The sun is watching you, and the Navy is also.
And I'm
on
sure
your
she
back.
believes
Keep
it
your
too.
secret, sister. One man in particular, however, pretended to be the sun and
Hey Molly, it's me, the sun. Get like 20 gallons of gasoline and sit on your rascal.
urging her to buy 30 gallons of gasoline and light a nearby school on fire. Jesus Christ!
Bro!
Oh, my kidding me? See, now that's a problem.
Yeah.
When you know you're openly talking to a mentally unwell
It's funny until that mentally unwell person actually does that and you realize you're guilty for hundreds of children dying.
person. Yeah, get 30 gallons of gasoline and fucking set a school on fire. Yeah, I tapped 2 islands. I'm gonna play Counterspell. Updates would continue all the way up until 2023, and in the end, only a small number of people would actually ever receive the game, making it some sort of collector's item. Everyone else was left behind, despite putting in
Oh my god, this is secrets. This is celestial secrets right here, John. This is the key to understanding the universe. It's crazy because it actually looks like well thought out, you know?
money and followed the project for years, which I gotta say, it has to be some kind of like religious tome now.
I was gonna say, she actually released something.
It's insane that the person who was talking to a celestial mass pretending to be the sun and being gang stalked by the U.S. Navy actually fulfilled more products. Than
Yeah, she actually
99%
made
of the
something.
Kickstarters that like scam people. It meant that there was some good intention down there.
Good on you, Mal. Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like she's having a mental.
And yes, I mean, she was having a bit of some mental oopsie daisy, basically. Yeah.
Or do you think she was just faking it to get out?
No. I think that if you no. I think that she was probably going through some shit with the intention still of being like, I want to release this thing, but like physically and mentally, I cannot. Most Kickstarter projects rely on advertising and backer interest to succeed.
It's very stressful when you're like, you have to do something. And it's like a limited time for it, you know, you can get very stressed out. So I assume if you're already someone who's like mentally ill,
Some people skip making a product entirely and just use the platform to beg for money. Many attribute the rise of beggars on Kickstarter to a 2014 project in which a man simply asked for $10 to make a potato salad. The Kickstarter would go viral.
Yeah, because people do it for a joke and everybody joins.
And spawn countless other projects similar to it that were just asking for money. Seeing the success from all the potato salad clones, lots of young children and teens started getting on Kickstarter and asking for anywhere from $800 to $2,000 for a gaming setup. And most of the time, the reason they needed such expensive rigs is they wanted to start a gaming YouTube channel or to start streaming.
Every time, man. Dude, I know it's so hypocritical of me to say this, but I wish people would stop wanting to be fucking streamers and YouTubers, man. Just stop already, okay? Stop trying to be streamers and YouTubers, okay? This is the ultimate hypocrisy, but damn! Society is gonna collapse!
I'd rather have a just kid be like, I just really want a good system so I can play games on the highest quality. I would be more swayed by that. Listen, guys, crowdfunding sites are a wonderful thing. After all, there are all sorts of creative people who, with brilliant ideas, that simply don't have the money to make them a reality, or they don't have the means of getting self-started. They're not business-minded enough to take this thing to the next level. So sometimes Kickstarter can just be like, hey, this is my sick idea. Do you like it? Pretty cool. Because Kickstarter can be a little risky as far as getting refunded from an unfulfilled project, the many scam campaigns on the site may make you extra hesitant to open your wallet. But if it's a project you really believe in, maybe throw a few bucks into something.
I did open my wallet. I'm waiting for my Fluxpose VR. Ooh.